Yes, about time too.
About time too. So that also is another area that, of course, maritime, tourism will not be discussed really in the full-fledged of it. Even the blue economy. We're not talking about brown water economy.
Exactly.
There are two different things entirely. But whatever it is, the president also has shown some faith by separating from transportation.
Yes.
So I begin to wonder what would transportation be doing. But again, that's a discussion for another day. So let's go through today. I'll leave you with the ocean ambassadors.
Indeed.
Yes.
We do have guests in the house, important guests. I'm always excited to host children on any show that I host, being a mother myself. So it is an honor to have these young minds, young brains, young intellectuals amongst us. But I'm not going to start out with them. I'm going to start out with our mommy, who has come along with them. She is the one that is in charge of this very, very important what do you call it?
A project.
A project, yes, indeed. And she's none other than Mrs. Lighton Williams. Can I just give her a very warm welcome? Welcome, Ma, to the show.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me here.
Okay, so very quickly, could you just let us know? She is, first of all, let me introduce her. She's the president of Ocean Ambassadors Foundation. She is also, that advocacy is one for catch them young in the maritime industry. In particular, for the establishment of blue water economy in Lagos State. I think that is huge. And I think that's not only that's not the only thing that she does. Just before we came on air, she gave us this flyer about train a girl child and you would have trained a whole society. So there's going to be the 4th nationwide virtual maritime quiz competition. And honestly, I'm sure that it was one of those things that brought up these young ones. So can you tell us more about that, ma'am?
Thank you very much. Last year, Nigerian Inland Waterways called me that they want essay competition for Lagos Island schools. They want to bring maritime to the grassroots. So it was a challenge because what I do is just for SS1 and SS2 and postgraduate, because Ocean Ambassadors Foundation is endorsed by Unilag to postgraduate level. Well, I got on board and we got all the private and public schools together and they wrote on innovations on greener economy. And that sparked a lot of interest. In fact, I was so shocked at the rate at these children, primary school students. It was keenly competed for. The essay was wow.
Wow.
And here
you
we are
have
today.
products here this morning.
We have the first and the second. We're bridging the gap.
Indeed.
The girl child must come on board.
Indeed.
And she came second. She only missed the first position just by 2 marks.
Oh, wow. Interesting. But that just gives kudos also to Benjamin, who came first as well.
That's a genius on his own.
So let me just take time to introduce them. The first position, should I start from the ladies first? Yes, let me start from the second position. She's already smiling. Her name is Anjola Oluwa Ajayi, and she is a product of Diamonds Private School. Good morning, Anjola. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. You came second in that competition.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll be hearing more about that. We also have, now let's go to that's the silver medal. The person who got the gold medal at that competition is none other than Benjamin Nwaje. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we are the ones who are honored to have you in the house this morning. Okay, so quick question. The essay and how you were able to attack it. Somebody off air, we were talking about it, and somebody was telling me about, the effect of metal in water and the fact that you can harvest that metal from water and recycle them and use them for other things. Tell us more about that, Benjamin.
When ships sink, the metal rusts underwater and harms the fishes, which might cause the unclean water that we use. But when the metal is harvested, melted, and used to make other ships, we can find a better way to use it than for it to just waste underwater.
Hmm. I think that's huge. I want to believe that industry stakeholders are listening, because this is innovation that is coming from the very young ones. And of course, we always say that our youths are the leaders of tomorrow. You can imagine what this mind will do, in that industry if these ideas are well harnessed. Let's go to Angela. Angela, what were your own, innovative ideas for that topic, that particular topic?
Well, I felt that we could make more. I feel that we should start from there. We should at least create them so that maybe, because chips as it operates today, when they are out of view, they just stay there without anything. But if they are biodegradable, we can turn them to useful things that after they are old used in the water, they will still help us benefit in social life and all.
Fantastic. Frank, we are in the age of climate change, and climate is changing because of what human beings, have done to the earth. And so ideas like this are welcome.
Yeah. I think I need to first of all give kudos to the Ocean Ambassadors Foundation for going this way, because the future actually lies with this.
Yes.
Fortunately, they are coming. So I would also not interested in this. Nobody will come to you. You wonder these things. What did they mean? But today, these children already have a know-how about it. So when you were young, you wanted to be a marine engineer?
Far from it. I'm sure you've been long in Lagos, and I'm sure you always hear this balance. True. I'm a product of Eyigbeti.
Look at that.
I come from Eyigbeti. I grew up in Eyigbeti. And that was the main harbor. And there was maritime tourism. That was where we used it. The indigents. I'm lawyer. Or a nautical scientist.
Yes.
Because we will have industry. And now realize that I sat on gold. And it will be a succession plan to catch them young in the secondary school.
Yeah.
So that they will be able to know that there are opportunities in the water. Nigeria is a maritime nation with all the conventions embedded in it. So tell me, why won't the upcoming generation skew into the arrangement? In particular, the blue economy. The blue economy.
Well, we're going to bring Susan back here.
Yes.
It's going to be with devotion. It's like they work together. It's our sister.
Indeed.
Our younger sister.
Our queen of Maritime International.
That's her Brima, the Lagos area manager of NIWA, who of course hosted these young ones, I think during the week, or last week, and it was asking. She's going to be here. So these are people, young ladies who also holding their head. The maritime used to be all men affair.
Yeah.
But from what Ms. Mula said now, I think we are growing. This young one around me. You want to be a maritime engineer, or what do you want to be?
My idea is I'm going to be a surgeon. So I don't know. It might change.
Okay, it might change. Of course, surgeons work in ships also, and they.
Exactly, they do. You have your medical team.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, Benjamin, we take. It gives me an idea. Maybe you want to be an engineer, but you never can say. You want to be a scientist?
An astronomer.
Whoa, it has to be really, really huge. Well, I like that. I love ambition in young ones, and I want you to keep it up. That's our encouragement from Creative Nigeria. We want you to keep it up. You're going into secondary school. The sky is actually your springboard edition. Well, many thanks to our more and more about your ambitions, but we need to move on. We have in our house as well the Queen of Maritime International, in the person of Adeze Udom, so she'll be joining us. Also, we're expecting Dr. Shoaibu Husseini for our super packed movies on radio segment. Justina Ovat will be taking us on the world of hospitality checks, and we will have that. We'll have a great time on the show this morning. But as we go along, we'll take a break now, and when we come back, we will continue with the show. Meanwhile, let me just let you know that we are live on air. We are live not just on radio here on Mainland 98.3 FM. You can find us on social media, watching exactly what is going on in the studio right now on you just type in creative underscore Niger underscore TV. Let me take that again. Creative underscore Niger underscore TV. You can also head to Mainland FM 98.3 on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube. On YouTube, it is Mainland 98.3 FM. So just go to social media and watch all the goings on in the studio. We'll be back after this.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
The diversity of Nigerian culture.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
NICO also partners local and international.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Located at 23 Kigoma Street.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter.
Last words as you leave.
Thank you very much. The girl child must come on board. The girl child is no longer in the next room. The girl child must be a maritime lawyer, a marine engineer, a nautical engineer, hospitality. And one thing I want to enjoin parents today.
Yes.
Please. Or doctor, it is obsolete now because there is no career you have on land that you don't have in the water.
In the water, absolutely.
So with that, I want you to encourage the SS1 and SS2 come October 11th in celebration of the Year of the Girl Child to our nationwide virtual maritime quiz for the girl child to come on board. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well said. And I'm all for educating the girl child because, yes, I remember when I studied computer science, we were not many as women in that field, in that sphere. And it's an honor actually to have our new Minister for Tourism as a computer scientist. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when women come on board like this, they will take the whole day. So
well, we have yet another woman who is going to take our next segment.
So let's take that woman. We'll see Ms. Lewis Williams some other time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Ma,
God
for
bless
coming.
We would like to see you again.
Yes,
Thank you
please.
very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Right.
Appreciate it.
Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Right. Up next is Justina Ovat, who is taking us.
Hello, listeners. This is Justina Ovat bringing you another episode of Hospitality Nuggets with Justina Ovat on Creative Nigeria on Mainland 98.3 FM. The nugget on our I told you, responsive to the unique requirements of each individual. It is not just about completing tasks or following SOPs, but about building meaningful connections and providing personalized experience that says personalization is the key to making guests feel special. Remember the little things that matter. I say that again. Personalization is the key to making guests feel special. Remember the little things that matter. The statement highlights the significance of tailoring experiences and services to individual guest preferences and needs. Let's explore its meaning in detail. In the context of hospitality, personalization refers to customizing guest experiences and interactions based on their specific preferences, tastes, and requirements. It involves going beyond a one-size-fits-all approach and recognizing that each guest is unique. Personalization aims to create a sense of individual importance and attention for each guest. When guests feel special, they are more likely to have a positive emotional connection with your establishment, leading to enhanced satisfaction and loyalty. Remembering the little things means paying attention to the small details that might seem insignificant but can have a profound impact on the guest experience. It involves being observant and thoughtful about guest preferences, past interactions, and special occasions. The essence of this statement lies in the fact that personalization is a powerful way to show guests that their individual needs and preferences are genuinely valued and appreciated. When guests receive personalized attention and care, they are more likely to feel connected to your establishment and are more inclined to return in the future. In a competitive industry such as hospitality, personalization sets your establishment apart by creating memorable and distinctive guest experiences. Remembering the little things and tailoring services to each guest preference contributes to creating lasting impressions and positive word of mouth, ultimately driving guest satisfaction, loyalty, and business success. I leave you with the words of John Besant. In a world where things increasingly become commodities, especially services, the real differentiator becomes the personal experience you are able to create in the lives of your customers. Till I come your way again next week, same time, same place, I take you back to the very exceptional duo, Frank Meke and Bumi Bade Adeniji at the studio in Lagos.
Wow. Many thanks to our darling Justina Ovat. She has brought us a real deep teachings about what to do in the world of hospitality. Interesting. Well, we're fading right now into our movies on radio segment. I promised you the very presence of the industry expert himself, Dr. Shuaib Husseini. Welcome, Doctor. Good morning to you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Welcome him back to Nigeria.
Welcome back to Nigeria, by the way.
That's the way to do this.
It's a pleasure to be here. But I came back a long time ago. But it's all right. It's all right. And it's good that we're beginning this segment with the news that the screen diva Funke Akindele is back from Berlin, where she led her box office hit Battle on Booker Street to screen at a premier film festival dubbed Box Office Around the World. The festival presents 6 current cinema productions that are audience successes and box office hits in their countries of origin, but have not yet been seen on the big screen in Germany. Battle on Booker Street made it as one of the 6 films that were invited from the world to screen in Germany, and that's because it had a very successful run, a theatrical run in Nigeria. We're told that it grossed over 600 million naira at the box office, making it the highest grossing Nollywood film of 2022 and the half of 2023.
Wow.
Battle on Booker Street has maintained that steady lead. In fact, we're told that it screened internationally and made over $66 million internationally.
Wow.
That's big, and that's huge for Nollywood. So we welcome back Funke Akindele and look forward to more of our offerings. And it's one woman who is doing so much. You know, she has accomplished herself as an actress, producer, director, you know, and then she's a very good content producer. Let's also inform you that the Netherlands is set to host the Nollywood Travel Film Festival in October 2023. The Travel Film Festival is a festival that takes Nollywood content around the world and provides the audience internationally to see the best of Nollywood films. So Netherlands is hosting this edition. That festival has traveled to several countries, to Toronto, to Atlanta, to Hamburg, to London, to Berlin, to Glasgow, to Oslo, and to Dublin. This year's edition is scheduled to hold between 5th to 7th October in the Netherlands. Let's also inform you that, in fact, I'm just coming from there. The AMA judges were in Lagos for AMA College of Screeners, and they concluded their work on the films entered for the 2003 edition of the AMA last night. We had a very big party with the delegates that came from Burkina Faso, from Kenya, from Ghana, from Cameroon, and then, of course, they were all here for the screening. And finally, before we go, we told you 2 weeks ago when we were here that the 2023 edition of the Lagos International Film Festival is scheduled to hold from the August 30th to September 2nd, 2003. And one unique thing about this festival is that it's dedicated to students. And I was so excited this morning when I came to the studio and I saw children talking about it. We need to begin to catch them young.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that Creative Nigeria is one platform that, you know, we use to give children their voice, give them a voice, and also young people voices, because like you said during the introduction, they are indeed the leaders of tomorrow. So that's the size of the segment. We'll do this again in 2 weeks.
All right, I have nothing to add.
Okay, I have nothing to add either.
But I think next week we're going to discuss Jagu Jagu.
Okay.
Jagu Jagu is hot right now.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Let's leave it in the public. Let it simmer.
I will come.
Yeah,
Okay.
So we leave next week for Jagu Jagu.
Yes, please.
Okay? All right. Okay. So
But
thank you for
many
coming.
thanks,
Yeah,
many
thank
thanks,
you.
Doctor. We go straight now to our insurance segment where Anchor takes us on another educational and inspirational journey. Stay with us.
On all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of
At
Lagos.
Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our
Follow us
clients
on
when it
all our
really
social media
matters.
platforms
We
on
put in
Instagram, Facebook, and
100%
YouTube at
because they
Mainland
mean the world to
98.3
us.
FM.
If
On
you desire
Twitter at
insurance
Mainland
services
FM.
built around you,
We
where
are
claims
the
are
sound
paid
of
promptly,
Lagos.
then come to Anchor Insurance.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Follow us on all our social media
Anchor
platforms
Insurance,
on
where
Instagram,
insurance
Facebook, and
truly
YouTube
works.
at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland
Right,
98.3
welcome
FM.
back,
On
and
Twitter.
thank you for staying tuned. It's still Creative Nigeria here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Right, it is our Anchor Insurance segment, and joining us via the phone lines this morning is Mr. Chima Ikechi. Good morning, Mr. Chima.
Good morning, Wumi. Good morning, Frank.
Morning. Good to hear from you.
Good morning.
So, thank you for joining us again this morning. And we had a great conversation last week on micro insurance policy series, and we took particular interest in the personal accident insurance cover. Today, let's take it slightly further. There is that question that everybody asks, especially when you are going personal. This is now not just a group of people, it's personal. How affordable is this policy?
Okay, the policy was designed to be very affordable and tailored to meet the needs of small households and individuals that are not in the, should I say, the income earning category, less like the low income. You know about low income, medium, and high.
Yes. I think that's very important.
At a very minimal level.
Yeah. I think that's very important because
So,
it helps you to capture a wider market and to reach more people.
What I catch you? What I actually, sometimes when we talk to ourselves on this bit, we forget that that's who possibly are not flowing at our level.
Yes.
So when we say low income, I think we need to break it down because somebody who earns like 100,000, vis-a-vis someone that earns 200 million, so it's a low income. So this low income. We need to look at them. What are the categories? From here to here. Is it from, every day, as I see, I chop. Or as I see, I spend. To break it down that
it's
way.
true.
Because that is an economy.
Yes.
I go out today, I see something, I bring in. And also I can participate in insurance, at least in this area. With my 20,000 I'm making a day or 15,000 I'm making a day, I should be able to leave something behind to take care of myself in this area. So it's very important to capture that so that we don't say low income and the man is earning like 300,000, 500, and then you think he's earning a lot of money, but to him it's low income.
It's low.
Okay, I was going to further mention that we have categories of low income before the question came up.
Okay.
Okay, given the realities of the Nigerian economy today, we know a figure that we can consider to be adequate within our own personal provisions. For example, say a cover of 500,000.
Yeah.
I think it's adequate on a personal level. Yeah, so we can say ability of.
For the benefit of much, we are happy to hear about its affordability this week, and whatever it is that we haven't covered today, definitely we'll cover next week.
Okay, thank you, Mia. Fine.
Thank you so much.
It's Mainland FM. We are the sound of
So,
Lagos.
as we said before, time is never our friend. So, we're going to try and run this as quickly as possible. But joining us in the studio again is also Time International. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. So, what are we?
I leave the queen to talk to the queen. When you have a queen in the house.
Indeed.
So, okay. Let me ask the queen.
Yeah.
With due respect, as part of your
the excitement.
Why this squeeze out the excitement out of fear?
Out of fear, yes. Move past their fears. So I came to the conclusion through my own experience that life throws you experiences, and then you have your fears, and within that fear, there's an excitement. There's an excitement like, oh, I'm going to be able to do this, despite the fact that I'm scared. There's an excitement virtue in it.
Yeah.
So if you can squeeze the excitement out of the fear and focus all your attention on your future you're trying to achieve and be excited about it, blow the excitement up and really, really tone down the fear, you would see that you can achieve so much more in life.
So why take this excitement from the artistic point of view? Because I know you're going to gather young persons sometimes this month.
Yes.
And then you're going to teach them to color and
Yes.
paint.
Yes.
That's a very exciting.
Yes.
Okay, even though I'm going to be a surgeon, one that will just add, so at least you can paint. So,
yes.
Why
we're having an art exhibition at Oriental Hotel on the 27th. 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Anyone can walk in and enjoy the art. And the main focus is to raise funds for the maritime sector for young girls. As my pet project as a queen is to introduce more girls to the maritime sector. As you all know, a staff of National Inland Waterways Authority. So I've seen, for example, in my area office, the area manager is a female, the marine engineer is a female. So you can see that there's this level of growth for female in the maritime sector. And I would like to introduce so much more girls to both what's it called? Both
boys and girls
working in the maritime sector, running several businesses in the maritime sector, getting involved in the maritime sector, and just getting exposed to what you can be as a female in the maritime sector, which is the main core of the art exhibition.
Wow.
So has the support like sometimes this is quite fresh and new.
Yes.
So it's so exciting to a lot of people, but a lot of people also have fears, particularly when it comes to funding. So how it has been like?
Being that I'm a natural optimistic person, I'm focused on the exciting and I'm practicing what I'm preaching by reducing the fear, reducing the anxiety, focusing on the excitement, focusing on the possibilities, and just letting the sky be our starting point.
So when is this again? Let's run it again.
Yes, it's at Oriental Hotel, August 27. That's the last Sunday in August. Between 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. you're free to walk in and have a good time and enjoy all the artwork painted by yours faithfully, Queen Adeze.
Wow. So are we saying it's open only to the girls, or
open to everyone?
Everybody,
yes.
Boys, girls,
boys,
their daddies,
girls.
their mummies, their uncles and aunties.
Yes.
Fantastic. I think
I think maybe I'll just sit back and have Adeze take a a brush.
Why not?
Not blush.
That's art.
Not blush. A
It's
brush
art.
on me. All right, Adeze, we'll see again. It's good to have you here.
Yes, indeed.
But I think do we still have 2 Sundays that this week comes to
we still have about
just one more Sunday
in between.
Today
Today's the 17th already.
So we can see her here if she's available next week.
Yes.
So that we can see if the crowd is.
Let's make some more noise about
that. Would be so exciting.
All right, good to have you. Adeze, of course, Queen.
Yes.
We should put that.
Yes, she's a queen.
A queen. And of course, another queen of the voice. All right.
We'll be back after this for our new segment. We have so much to talk about on our new segment. We'll be right back.
Hey Michael, you travel frequently and have the complaint of travel services. How do you come by?
I use the services of one of the best travel outfits in Nigeria, Head Travel Agency.
Head Travel Agency?
Oh yes, Head Travel Agency takes care of travel plans, ticketing, insurance, visa, and provides pocket-friendly fares helpful in this new normal.
Really? What about holiday packages for family?
Trust Head Travel Agency on that. On request, the agency provides both local and international tourism holiday
social media
with
platforms
detailed
on
country
Instagram,
situation reports,
Facebook,
car
and YouTube
hire,
at
and hotel reservation.
Where can I locate the Head Travel Agency?
Very easy, my friend. Head Travel Agency is located in number 2 Ibro Avenue, Rainbow Estate, Trans Amadi, River
on
State.
all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are Sound of Lagos.
Head Travel Agency. Always in
Follow
touch.
us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at
Welcome
Mainland
back. And
FM.
here is our
We are
culture, technology, festivals, travels, hospitality, music, movies, brown water economy, insurance news, and sports tourism in collaboration with Heck Travels and edited by Frank Mackey. 24 years after the beautiful coastal town of Odi in Bayelsa State was violently disvirgined by the rampaging Nigerian army in hot pursuit of militants who killed policemen on peace mission in the area. Massive sea floods violently visited the area over the weekend, partitioning the community into 2, breaching the shoreline, swallowed about 20 homes and agricultural produce and fish ponds. In recent times, several riverine and coastal communities in Bayelsa State have been overrun by violent floods, causing massive erosion and making life difficult for the littoral communities. And still on the impact of flood across Nigeria, about 56 communities and 19 states have been placed on red flags as the rains may go gaga in the remaining weeks of this month. According to the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, the listed states and communities are Ekiti, Ado-Ekiti, Ondo, Akure, Ifon, Idonre, Owo, Owena, Delta, Agbo, Lagos, Apapa, Badagry, Etiosa, Ikeja, Ikorodu, Ikoyi, Ojo, Surulere, Lagos Island, and in Anambra, Atani, in Ogun, Otas, Shagamu, Nasarawa, Wamba, Lafia, in Cross River, Ikom, Ogoja, in Bauchi, and then Bauchi, Jegawa, Sokoto, Taraba, Benue, Imo, and Abia states. Wow, a whole lot. The sleepy agrarian town of Igara in Akoko Edo, local government of Edo State, will burst into joyful songs as its prime festival, Irepa Abba Drum Festival, gains attention. Celebrated every 7 years, the Drum Festival brings about peace and unity of the people, with an estimated 500,000 people from far and near set to converge for the cultural tourism event. Well, that's our news this morning. Nice abridged version of what we are talking about climate change and its devastating effect. We need to be ready.
Yeah, a lot of people said climate is a fluke.
It is not a fluke.
It's not real, but we're beginning to see the impact.
Yes.
And honestly, 28 states, within the rivers and ocean ecosystem. What are we doing? We talk so much in this country.
Yeah.
We don't do anything about it. Okay, the governors most of them live off the ecological fund. So I think this government need to look at that because we shouldn't be suffering all this. Yeah. We should turn this disadvantage to advantage. Okay, when you have so much water, what do you do with it? We have agricultural line fallow, so we can, channel this water and turn it into an advantage for us agriculturally, and even in tourism, boating and all those. Instead of making it and every day we lament. So we need to really be serious about doing it. Thank God the government is settling down.
Yeah,
and we'll see how far they can go. So if anybody comes here and you want to be drinking and flying agbada all over the place, I think you should just go back home.
It's not going to work.
Need it because this country needs people who want to work.
Indeed.
Put their sleeves off and then of course put on the boots, not shoe.
It's boot. This is real work.
Yeah, sure.
Right, that's our new segment. It was sponsored by Heck Travels. We go quickly to our music segment where today I'm going to actually unveil the masquerade before we play the song. It is Erioko from Sonny Ade. Familiar song, oldies and goodies as we like to say it, but packed full of messages.
Yeah, maybe I leave you to do that one today. So, Erioko, what is talking about?
Erioko, I believe that's our conscience. So one of the messages of that song is that we should just make sure that whatever it is that we do, just make sure that your conscience bears you good witness. We have people now in new offices, they have to be true to their consciences that I am serving Nigerians well. I am doing the work that I have been sent here to do. And at the end of 4 years, they want to be able to give a good account based on what their consciences tell them.
Yeah, I think I owe you a dinner. Because that's exactly what this, this segment, the message is, supposed to go out there. Because somebody sent me this morning, we need to send congratulations for what? You're coming to
it's time to work.
Don't congratulate
Put on
nothing.
your caps, your hard hat.
It's hard work, and we're going to be on you. We're not going to work. This country needs deliverers. Okay, so that's what we do. So we leave this in. Let your conscience speak to you now. You know you can't do this job. You know you want to turn it to your family bank. Then just tell the president that you're not ready.
Find the door.
So. We again next week. It's a tight one today.
It is. It's
a tight one.
But it was a beautiful tight one.
It's a beautiful tight one. So our weather girl is here, but we couldn't hear her voice. But we can just
she can say hello.
We can just say hello so that people know that she's there.
Yes.
Good morning.
And then,
if we haven't heard her voice, the show is not complete.
Yes, and of course, Green Nigeria, Bosede Kosimani, she comes.
She's back next week.
Next week. Okay. So again, Bobby.
Yeah. As we sign out, I want to give a very big shout out to our darling Omobola Sandra, who we're told is just slightly under the weather. We just want to wish you quick recovery.
Pepper soup.
Yeah, but pepper soup will find its way to you, don't worry. But we wish you quick recovery. The same way that Nonsotu had quick recovery, Mobola.
I think it's high time, of course, this everybody here takes some break. Fresh air. So we've got to get a boat and then let them pump fresh air.
We all need it. We all need it.
So sometimes that's what to do.
Okay.
Don't need to go and take drugs or whatever. Just go pump fresh air into your system and then you're back alive.
Yes.
See you again next week.
We'll be back.
Okay, bye-bye.
God willing. Bye-bye.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, on Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos. Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook,